So I'm just starting a chronicle for what we're colloquially calling Huntera Farms for now. Might be doing business as something else later, but we needed a name for registration, and that's what we chose. I actually like the name, so we'll see. But yeah, we wanted to, put a video up for a starting point. What we're hoping to do to continue the vision of sustainable growth and regenerative agriculture. And kind of see what's been done and where the potential lies, and just kind of put something out there. There's a lot of learning, there's a lot of humility. It's going to take some time. Permaculture is slow, but long-term proof and rewarding. So we're going to start there and do our best to see how it goes. So this is it. This is our new farm. We see a lot of potential here. Yeah, so we haven't really done much work yet other than a little bit of weed trimming and curation of the food forest here. This is pre-existing, and the previous owner did a great job. Some really good permaculture in there. We'll walk through that later. He always had a plan to extend it out over here, and we might do that as well. We're trying to figure out the best way to do that. This area out here is an interesting palette to work with. There used to be an old cabin there. A lot of it is fill. Used to have the original owner actually had a solar array right here. But yeah, we're figuring out how best to use this. We definitely have some ideas. The road runs back that way. This is where the old mill was, where we're going to put our camper. And then, of course, this is a commercial grade greenhouse with a heated floor. It presents its own challenges. The floor hasn't been turned on in 5 years, and that's not ideal. It's also quite hot in there right now, which is why the doors are open. And the cool part is it's got an incredibly strong infrastructure. Our electrician says it's been amazingly well built. Very well put together. And then back there's 4 11,000 liter cisterns that we will use for irrigation and potentially even drinking water. It's a great rain catchment system. They fill up pretty quick, apparently. This one's mostly full, and that one's half full. And back here, there's a lot of this is all second forest growth. And that goes back the last 34 acres just go back and back and back. This used to be a road, but now it's a trail that we're kind of keeping trodden and kind of exploring to the forest. One thing that's really neat is there's a ditch, big style perimeter drain, kind of runs all that way to an artisanal pond down there, which means it never empties. It taps right into the water table and keeps full all year round. It does go up and down, but it's never been too bad. And part of that is because there's 2 shallow wells here. Here we go, here's part of the drain. The water is non-potable, but and at its high point is about 4 feet below the ground, which presents its own challenges that we'll figure out. Yeah, but just an untouched landscape. Beyond this fence is where the tenants live. They're off-grid tenants. They run a small farm business, which keeps the farm status of this place, which is nice because it's ALR and it keeps taxes really low. But yeah, there is so much potential here, and this is just the start of the log to kind of envision and help see how we can transform this slowly over the years into something sustainable and regenerative. Keep pushing the vision. When the original owner bought this in 2012, it was abused, quote unquote, according to him, and there was just junk everywhere. Just got to keep that going. So back here, we kind of came down this way, and this is the current walking trail to the pond. It's pretty cool to see. It's a bit overgrown right now. To work on that, but yeah, this is it. So it goes down about, I've heard, 15 feet right into the water table, and wouldn't really swim in it, but can be pretty. We'll see where that goes. But it's a nice, good source of water for here. Although water management is still going to be really important. It's at the low point right now. I think the water table is now maybe down about 12 or 15 feet itself. Theoretically, it should reflect that level, but I'm not sure how that works. And then just to go back here a little bit, get an idea of how it is. It's definitely overgrown. This is Scotch broom. We'll have to clear that out. It's invasive and high in oil content, so extremely flammable, but we got some plans to deal with that. It's really interesting to listen to the cracking. Hard to tell exactly where that's coming from, but it sounds like, I don't know, seeds popping in the heat. Hopefully not the broom. But yeah, I mean, I've been working on this trail just a little bit so far. Kind of make it easy to navigate, but it keeps going back and back until you actually get like nice, cool forest trails and you know, that really good second growth kind of forest that's around here. I'm not going to go all the way right now because I don't have the time, but very, very cool. One of the interesting things is all this stuff. This is horsetail. And it is wild, quite literally. This is a plant that existed when dinosaurs existed, and it is ancient and very, very difficult to get rid of. I actually don't know how, short of salting the earth, literally, which is what I've done at our house because it's grown up through new asphalt and like right through the asphalt. The stuff is insidious and it will fight your plants for water. Fortunately, there's not much of it in the current food forest, but out here, yeah, just something we'll have to keep an eye on. The sword ferns are great. They're good rooters for erosion and pulling up nitrogen from the subsoil and all that. So happy to see it. Yeah, most of it's good. There's a few piles out here like this were left over from the logging, or not logging, the cutting down. Technically this land was logged back in the 30s, so there's no first growth left really. But this would be a good spot for a yurt or even a camping site or something. It's far enough back that you just get pure nature and quiet. And that's really something special. I walked by it unfortunately, but there is like a first growth stump where you can see second and third growth trees growing out of it. That's extremely cool. I'll try and capture that later, but lots of neat stuff like that. So this is part of the food forest garden. This bed's going fallow. This was put there by the original owners, but it's been adapted. And I'm gonna turn on the irrigation. It's sort of pseudo-gravity fed, pseudo-pump based. We're taking water from these cisterns and pumping them out through here. So this one's off, but it will be pushing water through these things. And yeah, I mean, there's just so many plants. These blueberries are delicious and huge. I think they're called dukes. Grapes, Jerusalem artichokes, lots of sunflowers, lots of bees. Lots of bees. It's so great to see. Yeah. There's just one last thing I wanted to share here is this is the biomass compost that I've already been adding to. The idea is stuff will go fallow and break down here, and as it continues to break down, we can put down layers on top as bedding and just create new fresh soil. Rather use plant mass than animal manure and stuff, but we'll see how it goes. These beds are really cool. These are hugelkultur beds, which means they go really deep. There's like rotted logs and other materials at the bottom. They create air pockets and deep sources of nutrients and stuff for bacteria, just to create like really healthy soil of longevity. Looks like something's been getting in here. Have to look into that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.